I am in what I call a cottage. It's the first place I rented after. Oh, it's not. It's actually the second place. I rented a room from a lady. I rented a basement room from an elderly woman that I met through work. She didn't. I didn't work with her, but I met her because of work, and so I met her, and she had a room, and so I rented a room down in her basement. And that basement is a different story, and I'll let you know a little bit more about it the next time, and maybe I'll clue you in on the lady. But so this is the spot that I rented when I moved out of the basement room and actually moved into a place called the cottage. So this room here is the family room, which is also my lab and my studio for what I'm trying to do on the 5-year millionaire pathway. So I have a regular job, full-time job that I do like 60, 65 hours a week, my regular job. And then outside of that, I'm working on the 5-year millionaire because that's what I'm aspiring to do. And I set up this whole lighting system. I have screens, green screen, that kind of stuff, and some other coverings, black, white, and green. But this spot is cool. I got a bunch of stuff in here. Kitchen's back over that way. It's back there. It's this is the kitchen. All the boxes on the table, that's because I set up that's all my lighting, and I just haven't cleaned it up yet. Old stove, but it's clean. Tea kettle. Those dishes are clean. When I wash my dishes, I put them there and I just let them drain, then I'll dry them. So that's this room. It's a little 1-bedroom kind of a place, and I feel lucky to have this place actually. And then now this is the bedroom. That's my bed. I keep it clean. Yeah, it's a little what they call a day bed or a trundle bed, and it's got a little pull-out frame for another mattress, which I just use it for storage. So you might think it's kind of gay to have a bed like that, but I don't care. It was cheap when I bought it. It's comfortable. Dresser, nightstand is a little messy. That's that. Closet's back there. And then this is my bathroom. You know what? It's definitely not huge, but it's a cool spot to be in. I'm about a mile from downtown, so I can walk places. And but my focus over the next 5 years is building out the 5-year millionaire for me, because that is a problem I am trying to solve for myself. And while I'm trying to solve that for myself, I'm going to do a whole bunch of research, and I'm going to share about it or whatever. There's probably other folks that are trying to. There are other people that are thinking this through as well. However, there's probably not a lot of people that are going to work at it to make it happen. And so I'm just going to document this whole journey. I think the question to ask is why? Why are you doing this now at your age? And that is the key. Because at my age, given retirement age, which is not that far in the future, and average life expectancy. So retirement age is about 65. Life expectancy is probably 83. And if you talk with any folks in the financial realm, retirement is going to cost you about $1 million. So from when you retire to the day you die, it's going to cost you about $1 million. Maybe it's going to be a little bit more depending upon how you're currently living. And most financial, advisors or even mathematicians actually will say that you need to retire. When you retire, you need to be set up to have about 80% of your pre-retirement income. You need to be earning about 80% of your pre-retirement income when you retire. So if that is true, you need 80% of your pre-retirement income to closely, maybe a little moderated. If you need 80% of your pre-retirement income to live in retirement, to get you through retirement to the day you die, if you make $50,000 a year, when you retire, your retirement income needs to be about $40,000. your retirement income needs to be about $40,000. And legitimately, if you're, you work a job and you're paid $50,000 a year, your take home is probably $43,000, somewhere in that range. So the day you retire, you need to replace $43,000, and then you'll have a little bit of Social Security income. Maybe that's going to help you, or maybe that's going to be a major part, which I wouldn't have Social Security as the major contributing factor to my income, because people that do are broke, and they're having to work as a greeter at Walmart or some other store, which, hey, you got to do what you got to do to survive, right? And the other part of the five-year millionaire program is I want to leave something behind for my posterity, right? So that's what I got to do. That's what I'm working on. Here's a studio tour. This place is not huge, but man, I tell you, it is comfortable. I'll show you around another time just how I got some things set up. But all of this lighting stuff, I just set up. I had a bit of inspiration kind of hit me. I was like, oh, just get all the lighting set up, get it how you want it, get it going. And I'll probably take that down at some point. But currently it's just going to stay up there. I can just walk under it. Then I don't have to mess with it. Just another light. That's a sewing machine, because I bought a sewing machine during COVID. I haven't tinkered with it in a while, but I probably will start doing some stuff with it as well. And so yeah, getting back to the five-year millionaire trajectory. What does that look like? There is no guarantees. There are no guarantees in any endeavor that I take on. So what do I have to do to get there? I got to do whatever I have to do. That's just a reality. So then we look at, okay, what are you not going to do? What are you not going to do that will detract you from getting there? Well, anything that detracts me from going there, that's just something I'm not going to do. And I did a little self-discovery the other day. 2 hours and 20 minutes on Instagram. That's just that 2 hours and 20 minutes per day on Instagram. That is just scrolling. That is just scrolling. And if we're being honest, I spend more time within YouTube, but I do it a little bit differently. I'm not just mindlessly scrolling. I'm specifically looking up things. And quite honestly, I don't watch YouTube as like TV. I listen to YouTube for specific context on things that I'm working on. But what I'm working on is the 5-year millionaire, and doing it here in the cottage. Oh, and by the way, any of this furniture except for the lighting is all like secondhand used furniture. You can buy at one of the thrift shops, which quite frankly, thrifting has gone up quite a bit for furniture. Like this sewing machine here, I bought that for $25, and it's pretty nice. It's hefty. And that current thing is selling for like $125. So just think of like furniture and couches and chairs, and the cost of thrifted items has just gone up astronomically. All right, so the 5-year millionaire program. So it's on a journey, on a trackway. That's the direction I'm going. And then the other thing, really, I don't want to leave my kids with the cost of burying me, or with them having to set up a GoFundMe page to pay for my funeral expenses. And we're going to talk about that at some other time too. See you.